Episode 1, The Ache of Twin Flames. Hi, I'm Ryan Keyes. Welcome to Episode 1 of The Secret Psychology of Twin Flames. Before we dive in, I need you to do something right now. Go to ryankeyes.com/twinflames and download your free meditation, Coming Home to Your Heart. This is a foundational 15-minute heart coherence practice that will teach you how to calm your nervous system and reconnect with your center, which is exactly what you need when you're in the grip of twin flame obsession. Pause this video, go get it, then come back and watch. The link is in the description below, and here's why I'm asking you to get it now, before we even start. Because I know what happens if you don't. You'll watch this entire episode, think that makes sense, and then never actually do the practice, and you'll stay stuck in the obsession. This episode explains the ache. The meditations transform it. So go get your free meditation, ryankeyes.com/twinflames. Now, this episode and every episode in this series corresponds to a specific guided meditation. This one is called Sitting with the Ache, and it's an 18-minute practice that teaches you how to be with the longing without drowning in it. That meditation, along with all 11 others in this series, is available in the Complete Meditative Journey library for just $27, normally $97, when you use code TWIN at checkout. That's TWIN. Why get them all now? Because this is a journey with stages. Each episode builds on the last. Each meditation prepares you for the next, and having them all now means nothing interrupts your transformation. ryankeyes.com/twinflames. Code TWIN, $27 for all 12 meditations. Link is in the description. Okay, let's talk about the ache. The ache you know too well. If you're watching this video, you know the ache I'm talking about. It's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep because they're all you can think about. You check your phone, nothing. You check again 5 minutes later, still nothing. You scroll back through your message history, reading every word, looking for clues about what changed, what went wrong, what you could have done differently. You think about them when you wake up, when you're at work, when you're with other people, when you're trying to focus on literally anything else. They've taken up permanent residence in your mind. And it's not just mental, it's physical. Your chest hurts, actually hurts like something is squeezing your heart. Your stomach is tight, you can't eat properly. You've lost weight, or you're stress eating to numb the feeling. Sleep is impossible, or you're sleeping too much trying to escape. This isn't regular heartbreak. This is something else entirely. People tell you, just move on. Plenty of fish in the sea. Time heals all wounds. But they don't get it. This isn't about finding someone else. This isn't about time. This feels cosmic, faded, like your soul is being torn in half. You feel crazy, but you're not crazy. You're experiencing what happens when archetypal forces activate in the psyche, when projection reaches maximum intensity, when an attachment wound gets triggered so deeply that your nervous system goes into full crisis mode. Let me show you what's really happening, why this ache feels different. You've probably experienced heartbreak before. Breakups, unrequited love, relationships that didn't work out. But this is different. Ordinary heartbreak, you're sad, you miss them, you go through stages of grief. Eventually you heal and move on. Twin flame ache, it feels endless, consuming, like a part of your soul is missing, like you can't be whole without them, like nothing else in life matters anymore. Why? 3 reasons. 1, maximum projection. Carl Jung taught that we don't just fall in love with people, we fall in love with what they represent to us, with what they're carrying for us, with the parts of ourselves we see reflected in them. This is called projection, and in the twin flame experience, projection is at its maximum intensity. You're seeing in them the qualities you've disowned in yourself, the wholeness you've been searching for, the missing piece that would finally make you complete. You're anima, if you're masculine, or animus, if you're feminine, the inner opposite you've never developed. They feel like your other half because you're projecting your own lost wholeness onto them. That's why the ache is so profound. It's not just, I miss this person. It's, I'm missing a part of myself, and they have it. But here's the truth. They don't have it. You've been carrying it all along. You just couldn't see it until they reflected it back to you. 2. Attachment wound activation. The second reason the ache feels so intense. This person has activated your deepest attachment wound. In the first 2 years of life, you formed an attachment pattern based on how your caregivers responded to your needs. And that pattern became the template for how you relate in intimate relationships for the rest of your life. If you're anxiously attached, which most people in the chaser position are, you learned that love is unpredictable, that you have to work hard to keep people close, that abandonment is always a possibility. When your twin flame pulls away, even slightly, it doesn't just trigger disappointment. It triggers the terror a child feels when a parent might leave. Your nervous system interprets it as a survival threat. The ache you're feeling isn't just about them. It's about every time you were left as a child. Every time you weren't seen, every time love felt conditional, they've become the screen onto which you're projecting your primal abandonment wound. 3rd archetypal activation. The 3rd reason, this is archetypal. Jung discovered that beneath our personal unconscious lies the collective unconscious, the shared psyche of all humanity filled with archetypal patterns. One of the most powerful archetypes is the search for the lost beloved, the quest to find your other half, the yearning for sacred union. This pattern appears in myths across every culture. Psyche searching for Eros, Orpheus descending to retrieve Eurydice, Inanna's journey to the underworld, the prince searching for Cinderella. Your ache is ancient. It's been felt by humans for thousands of years. It's woven into the collective unconscious. When you feel like this is bigger than me, you're right. It is. You're experiencing an archetypal initiation, not just a personal relationship. That's why it feels cosmic, because it is. What the ache is really telling you. Here's what I wish someone had told me when I was in the depths of the ache. It's not about them. It's about you. I know that's hard to hear. When every cell in your body is screaming for connection with this person, the last thing you want to hear is, it's actually about your own inner work. But it's true. The ache is your soul saying, you've been split in half. You've disowned parts of yourself. You've been seeking completion externally. And now it's time to come home, to yourself. The twin flame doesn't come to complete you. They come to show you what you've been missing in yourself. Think about it. What qualities do they have that you're obsessed with? Are they creative and free-spirited? Maybe you've suppressed your creativity. Emotionally expressive? Maybe you've shut down your feelings. Confident and boundaried? Maybe you've given away your power. Intuitive and spiritual? Maybe you've been living only in logic. Whatever you're seeing in them is what you need to develop in yourself. The ache isn't saying, go get them back. The ache is saying, reclaim these parts of yourself. Let me tell you about my own ache. It was about 4 months into what I thought was my twin flame relationship. Things had started to shift. She was pulling back, needing more space, seeming distant. And I spiraled. I remember one night specifically, 3:47 a.m. I'd been lying awake for hours, mind racing. I picked up my phone and started scrolling through our message history for probably the 50th time that week, reading every word, analyzing tone, looking for the moment things changed, trying to figure out what I'd done wrong. My chest hurt, physically hurt. I felt like I couldn't breathe properly, like something was crushing me from the inside. I typed out a message. I know you're awake too. I can feel you thinking about me. The universe is telling me to reach out. My finger hovered over send, and then I saw myself. Really saw myself. Like I was watching from outside my body. I saw a man who'd completely lost himself, a man who couldn't go 2 hours without checking his phone, a man who'd organized his entire emotional life around someone who wasn't even fully present. This wasn't love. This was obsession. And the worst part? Even seeing it clearly, I still wanted to send the message. I still wanted to check her social media one more time. I still wanted to drive by her apartment by accident. The ache had me completely in its grip. That night was the beginning of my real journey. Not the journey toward reunion with her, the journey toward reunion with myself. Because here's what I eventually learned. The ache was showing me everything I'd abandoned in myself. I'd abandoned my emotional depth. I'd been living in my head, controlled and rational. My creativity, I'd been all achievement, no play. My vulnerability, I'd been performing strength, afraid to need anyone. My intuition, I'd been trusting only logic, ignoring my gut. She embodied all of that, and when she pulled away, I felt like I was losing access to those parts of myself. But I wasn't losing access. I just needed to stop projecting them onto her and start developing them within myself. There's a difference between healthy longing and desperate need. Healthy longing. I miss this person. I value what we shared. I hope they're well, and I'm okay whether we reconnect or not. Desperate need. I can't function without them. Nothing matters if they're not in my life. I'm incomplete without them. I'll do anything to get them back. If you're in desperate need, you're not in love. You're in an activated attachment wound. And here's the hard truth. Desperate need pushes people away. It's energetically suffocating. People can feel it, even if you're not saying it out loud. The irony is, the more you need them, the more they'll distance. The more you chase, the more they'll run. But when you transform need into wholeness, when you become complete within yourself, everything changes. You either attract them back from a completely different dynamic, healthy, secure, mutual, or you naturally let them go because you've discovered you don't need them to be whole. Either way, you win because you've reclaimed yourself, what your body is trying to tell you. The ache lives in your body, not just your mind. Where do you feel it? Most people feel it in the chest, heart center, a heaviness, a tightness, sometimes actual pain. This is your heart chakra activated but blocked. You're feeling the longing for union, but it's directed outward instead of inward. The throat, a lump, constriction, like there are words you need to say but can't. This is unexpressed truth. Things you need to voice but feel too vulnerable to speak. The solar plexus, upper belly, knots, tension, nausea. This is your power center reacting to giving away your sovereignty. You've made someone else the center of your universe and lost your own center. The gut, that intuitive knowing that something isn't right, mixed with desperate hope that it could be. This is your body trying to tell you something your mind doesn't want to hear. Your body knows the truth before your mind does. When you're obsessing over someone and it feels terrible in your body, tight chest, anxious stomach, racing heart, your body is telling you, this isn't love, this is wounding. Real love feels expansive in your chest, not constricted, grounding in your body, not destabilizing, calming to your nervous system, not activating, nourishing, not depleting. If it feels terrible, it's not because they're your twin flame and the universe is testing you. It's because you're in an activated trauma response and your body is begging you to turn inward and heal. The practice, sitting with the ache. Understanding the ache helps, but understanding alone won't heal it. You need a practice. The guided meditation, sitting with the ache, teaches you how to be with this feeling in a completely different way. Instead of running from it, distraction, numbing, avoiding, fighting it, trying to just get over it, feeding it, checking their social media, reaching out, obsessing. You learn to sit with it, to be present with it, to listen to what it's really saying. Here's what the meditation guides you through. Step 1, heart coherence breathing. Calming your nervous system so you can be present without drowning. Step 2, visualizing the ache, seeing it as a sacred fire in your chest, not your enemy, but your teacher. Step 3, dialoguing with the ache, asking it, what are you really asking for? And listening for the answer. Step 4, transformation, shifting the desperate longing into self-presence, the fire from consuming to illuminating. Step 5, affirmations. This ache is not punishment. It is the call of my soul. This practice doesn't make the ache disappear overnight, but it transforms your relationship with it. You stop being its victim and become its witness. You stop letting it control you and start learning from it. And that's where the real healing begins. This meditation is part of the complete meditative journey library, available at ryankeys.com/twinflames for just $27 with code TWIN. The daily ritual, morning heart check-in. Here's a daily ritual to help you turn toward yourself instead of obsessing over them. Every morning, before you do anything else, sit quietly for 3 minutes. Place your hand over your heart. Take 3 heart coherence breaths. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Ask yourself, what does my heart need today? Listen for the answer. Give yourself one small thing your heart is asking for. Maybe it's rest, if you've been pushing, movement, if you've been sedentary, creativity, if you've been in pure logic, connection, if you've been isolating, solitude, if you've been avoiding yourself. This practice teaches you to turn toward yourself first, instead of immediately reaching for your phone to check if they texted. Over time, with daily practice, you'll notice the obsession loosening, not because you're forcing it, but because you're finally giving yourself the attention you've been desperately trying to get from them. You can learn the full heart coherence technique and the free meditation Coming Home to Your Heart at ryankeys.com/twinflames. What happens next? The ache is just the beginning. It's the entry point to a much deeper journey. In the next episodes, we'll explore why you're projecting your wholeness onto them, Jung's anima, animus. What archetypal patterns you're living out, hero, maiden, king, queen. How to recognize if this is a soul connection or trauma bond. Where the obsession really comes from, attachment wounds and inner child, when separation is actually a gift. But all of that starts here, with the ache. Sit with it. Listen to it. Let it teach you. And remember, this ache isn't about getting them back. It's about getting yourself back. Okay, you've watched this episode. You understand the ache differently now. But understanding won't heal you. Practice will. So here's what you need to do right now. Not later, not tomorrow. Right now. Step 1, download your free meditation. If you haven't already, go to ryankeys.com/twinflames and get Coming Home to Your Heart. This 15-minute foundational practice will teach you heart coherence breathing and help you reconnect with your center. Do it today, tonight, before you go to sleep. Step 2, get the complete meditation library. This is episode 1 of 11. You have 10 more stages to walk through. Meeting your inner lover, anima, animus, walking into the myth, archetypal patterns, the river of stages, understanding the journey, facing your shadow lovers, toxic patterns, the mirror of the soul, inner child healing, the empty room, the gift of separation, the sacred marriage, inner masculine feminine union, light of wholeness, embodying integration, meeting the self, the true goal, planting the seed, collective healing, plus sitting with the ache, the meditation for this episode. Each meditation corresponds to an episode. Each practice builds on the last, and they're designed to guide you through the complete transformational journey. Get all 12 meditations now for just $27. Normally $97 with code twin. Why get them all now instead of waiting? Because momentum matters. Because having all the tools from the beginning means nothing interrupts your healing. Because waiting means you'll forget, lose motivation, or stay stuck in the ache longer than necessary. RyanKeys.com/twinflames-code TWIN. Link is in the description below. Step 3. Do the daily ritual. Starting tomorrow morning, 3 minutes, hand on heart. Heart coherence breaths. Ask what your heart needs. That's it. Just 3 minutes a day. But do it every day. Consistency is what changes your nervous system. Step 4. Watch episode 2. Next week, we'll explore Jung's map of love, why you're so intensely drawn to this person, what projection really means, and how to meet your inner lover, your anima or animus, so you can stop seeking them externally. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Hit the bell so you get notified. Step 5. Join the community. Comment below, where do you feel the ache in your body? What's one thing this episode helped you see differently? Have you downloaded your free meditation yet? You're not alone in this. Thousands of people are watching this series and doing this work. The comments are a beautiful, supportive community. Use them, connect, support each other. The ache you're feeling is real, it's valid, it's profound. But it's not what you think it is. It's not about them. It's about you coming home to yourself, the twin flame experience, the intensity, the obsession, the heartbreak. It's all an initiation, a call from your soul to finally do the work of becoming whole. The ache is the beginning of that journey. So don't run from it. Don't try to numb it. Don't let it control you. Sit with it, listen to it, transform it. Download your free meditation, RyanKeys.com/twinflames. Get the complete library, RyanKeys.com/twinflames, code TWIN. And I'll see you in episode 2, where we go deeper into why this person has such power over you and how to reclaim that power for yourself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. Thank you for choosing yourself. You're not crazy. You're on your way home.